In the late 19th century, the primary ingredient in absinthe, a plant known as Artemisia absinthium, or wormwood, faced some of the strictest botanical regulations in the Western world. It was feared as a potent hallucinogen capable of inducing permanent brain damage. That fear triggered a clinical ban across Europe and the United States. Physicians diagnosed patients with absinthism, a degenerative condition they believed was inherent to the plant. Decades later, chemical analysis proved that the symptoms were actually caused by cheap, toxic adulterants added during the brewing process, not the Artemisia itself. Long before doctors locked it behind pharmacy glass, European folklore treated the genus with a mix of reverence and superstition. The Inquisition targeted the use of mugwort, the mother of herbs, as a tool for warding off spirits, viewing the local healer's connection to the plant as a threat to religious order. Modern research is now identifying the chemical drivers behind those ancient traditions. The folk practice of using mugwort to induce lucid dreams is being re-examined through neuroprotective studies, which test the plant's ability to regulate sleep cycles and protect brain health. We see the same pattern in physical medicine. Healers traditionally used bitter wormwood teas to purge parasites from the gut. Today, those same botanical profiles are being investigated for their role in managing microbial balance in the human digestive system. By suppressing the Artemisia genus for centuries, Western institutions effectively sidelined a lineage of medicine refined through 2 millennia of observation. In the 1970s, a rapidly spreading, drug-resistant strain of the malaria parasite threatened to completely collapse global healthcare efforts. With standard Western synthetics failing, researchers began a desperate search for a new chemical defense. This desperate search led modern researchers to the ancient libraries and apothecaries of traditional Chinese medicine. They found that Artemisia annua, or sweet sagewort, had been used to treat seasonal fevers for over 2,000 years, providing a potential roadmap for a modern cure. However, the first laboratory attempts were complete failures. When scientists applied standard extraction protocols, boiling the plant material to pull out the active compounds, the resulting medicine was biologically inactive. The breakthrough only occurred when researchers abandoned modern lab standards and looked back at a medical scroll written in the 4th century. The ancient text contained a precise, contradictory instruction. The healer was to avoid heat entirely, opting instead for a cold water soak of the raw, silver-leafed plant material. The ancients identified a critical vulnerability. Boiling shattered the active molecule's fragile internal bonds. The cold water soak kept the medicine intact. Following this method, researchers isolated artemisinin, which became the global gold standard for malaria, earning a Nobel Prize in 2015. The molecule that saved millions of lives was extracted by translating chemical instructions recorded 2,000 years ago. While laboratories focus on isolating single molecules, village herbalists in the mountains of Yunnan still work with the whole plant. They are at the center of the green revival that prioritizes the plant's natural environment over the test tube. This approach relies on holistic synergy. A single Artemisia leaf contains over 200 distinct bioactive compounds, all working in tandem. Researchers are finding that while parasites can develop resistance to a single isolated drug, the complex interaction of 200 compounds provides a multi-layered defense that is much harder for a disease to bypass. This creates a startling contradiction. The plant yielded one of the most successful compounds in modern pharmacology, yet health authorities in many of its native regions still restrict or ban the use of the raw, unrefined tea. These legal restrictions force vulnerable populations to rely on expensive, refined pharmaceutical pills, even when the medicinal weed is growing wild just outside their doors. Isolating the molecule was a vital medical victory, but the next frontier involves dismantling the legal barriers that prevent the safe, synergistic use of these ancient plants in modern healthcare.